All right, you guys, welcome to the Pin High Philly podcast, all things and everything golf and Philadelphia. Except for today, this guest is joining us from across the pond. If you have not seen his video, now I want to thank all of my followers who have sent me this guy's video. This is, I think, maybe 35 of you have sent me this video and have told me that I should interview this individual from across the pond. This is Oliver Bugten, Golf by Oliver. Welcome to Pin High Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, actually.
Thank you, Francesca, for having me. I'm super excited for this. This is my first podcast ever, so I'm very excited.
Did you guys hear that? This is his first podcast ever. Okay. So we are seeing a career in the making. This is amazing. But before we get to the viral video, I want to know, how long have you been making golf content? And what's like your niche within the golf content space? Let's start right there. Let's get to it.
That's a great question. Well, I started with golf content on this channel about 4 years ago. So I've played golf for many years, since I was 13 years old. And I've always had, I never went professional. A lot of my friends did, but I just kept it as a hobby, and it's been a hobby ever since. But I've always been fortunate to travel a lot, and I've always played golf when I traveled. So it's been kind of a way for me to explore the world with golf. So I had this moment a few years ago, about 4 years ago, on St. Andrews, the old course, when I was walking up the 18th, which was a very special moment for me, and also where the idea of Golf by Oliver, where that came to life. And it was so special for me that I wanted others to experience the same. So I wanted to like create some kind of a platform where I could share like my tips and experiences from golfing around the world. So that's kind of where it started, and yeah, it's been a journey ever since, and a lot of content has been created, a lot of destination has been visited, and it's been fun.
Talk to me more about St. Andrews, because that's the gold standard for golf courses. If you know golf, play golf, know someone who loves golf, everybody dreams about getting over to St. Andrews. Uh, did you golf by yourself? Tell me more about maybe your twosome or foursome that you typically travel with.
Yeah, so I travel with different groups of friends. Like I have old friends from my home club that I travel with, and I have some other friends that I have different kind of trips with, like the ones with the video going viral. That's a different kind of trip. And I do trips with lots of different people. But the special thing about St. Andrews, it's known as the home of golf. They have played golf there for 500 years or even more, that is incredible. I mean, Norway 500 years ago was only Vikings and forest, and they played golf in Scotland, and
So
that to me is super incredible.
you're a Viking, basically. Because you're in Norway and you're a Viking golfer. I never interviewed a Viking golfer before. Did you guys hear that? Never interviewed or met a Viking golfer. We're going to get right to your video, because holy shit. I need to know the logistics of this. And in no way, shape, or form, this is a PSA to anybody listening. We are not here to recreate this at home. We're not here to go into random hotels to try and recreate this. I hope nobody has tried to recreate this video and tag you guys in it. Is that the case? Like, what's been the craziest DM comment? Have you seen anybody trying to remake this video?
The short answer is yes. Unfortunately, I've had quite a few videos of people either doing the same or sending a video from they've done it earlier or previous in their lives. So, but from what I've seen, all of those videos went well. But I agree with you. It's nothing you should try at home.
I mean, okay. I want to know. So I did some research. The guy, walk me through the logistics for filming. Where was this? Was the guy who hit the shot, was he a pro golfer? because I think he's a pro. And then I also want to know, where was this? Like, where did this happen?
So this is on one of the trips we do every year. So this is in Turkey, in Belek, at the Sueno Hotel. It's a super nice golfing destination for Scandinavians and Europeans in November. It's warm, it's sunny, it's very convenient with getting there, and also the transportation and golfing locally. So we go every year, and this year we always do funny stuff and some would say stupid stuff. But this idea kind of came to me when I was standing one morning before we were playing golf. I was just standing and doing some putting on that exact spot. And I was looking out because it's a beautiful view over the 18th hole. And that idea just, came in, and I was like, I can actually swing a full club in here. So I tried just, a slow swing, and there was space enough if you kind of grip down a little bit and trusted the swing. So after the round of golf, I just said to the boys, I said, hey, I got an idea. What if we hit a drive off my hotel room floor? And I thought they were going to see that we shouldn't do that. That's a dumb idea. But all of them
Oh
just
my gosh.
agreed, and 20 minutes later, we were hitting that shot. So
How how many beers in were you guys for this idea to spark, or is this some kind of just sober train here?
it's not a sober trend, but it wasn't that bad. It was a couple of beers.
I also saw in the video someone was using a rangefinder to look at to scope, I guess, the distance. What was that distance? And did that shot, like, was that actually a good shot? I think a lot of us want to know. Did that end up being a good
It
shot?
it was a great shot. In retrospect, that was pretty
Stupid.
impressive. I think there were so many things that could have gone wrong. That fortunately did go the right way. But the men's brain work a little bit different, so we didn't really calculate all the things that could happen. We were pretty confident that this was, it's going to either way, it's going to be a great video. So everybody just kind of filmed, and they sent me the content. I put it together and did my kind of touch on the edit, and people liked it.
The guy at the front, he's holding the camera in line, or I guess right next to the line of the shot. Did any of you get concerned that he would probably get hit with the golf ball in case if something went wrong, or you hit the glass paneling of the balcony and that would have shattered all over the place? It would have hit him. Like, was well,
Well, to, to
I
to
have
be
so many
completely
questions.
honest with you, yeah, I know. No, so the hitting Peder, that's his name, the guy sitting in the corner.
Okay.
That's a very small chance, because to actually top a drive down left is very rare when you have a inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was almost impossible. So the only thing that could kind of happen was that he would sky the driver, so it would hit the ceiling and then bounce out. That was one thing we thought about, and also you
Mhm.
could obviously shank it and hit the terrace door or even the glass door. But yeah, we were pretty confident that he would make it. He is, fortunately,
A
we
pro
we kind of
golfer.
he is a pro golfer,
Okay. Okay. There we go.
and actually 7 of the people in that room are pro golfers. So the chances of a pro golfer hitting that tee shot was pretty good. So when we were deciding, we were using a tee and just flipping it, and fortunately it hit Lasse Gerhardsen, who is
Okay.
a previous college player and a former pro.
Okay. That's probably like the best case scenario that could have happened. And where's the video at right now? Because I have your page up in front of me on my phone. How many views and shares? What's the buzz right now with the video? It's been out for a little over a week. How many views is the video right now? Where are you at with views?
So right now We are looking at 37.4 million views.
My goodness, that's insane. That's
And
unbelievable.
let's see on the rest of the statistics here, because it's been shared quite a lot. So it's, yeah, 15,000 comments, reposted 31,000 times,
Oh my
and
gosh.
1.5 million shares. So the DM has been cooking. It's been so many people reaching out, and lots of hate, lots of
We love the
people not
haters.
recognizing that, and but also a lot of people that said that's the funniest video I've seen on social media this year. So
What
best of
was
both
the
worlds.
well, I would assume so. What's the craziest DM? Has anybody famous reached out to you? Any famous pro golfer?
Yeah, I have. I'm lucky to know a couple of famous pro golfers. So I've talked to a few, and but there's been, the thing is, my kind of concept is basically I work with golf resorts and golf courses, and I kind of promote them. I share my experiences from visiting these places. So this video is actually working against having me invited to a place, but I thought maybe if this thing can go viral, I can get some views on it. Maybe I'll get some invites, because people think, marketing wise, it's smart to invite him. And that's exactly what happened. So I've had over 200 invites to different golf courses and resorts all over the world. It's been incredible, the feedback.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Where was your following before the video? Because right now you're looking at you're at 82.2, and I know you're on your way to 100,000. You're very close. But where were you before the video?
So before the video, I think I was closer to 40,000, 35,000. So it's been almost 50,000, but it's been, I just checked the insights, and it's been
Wow.
32,000 followers from that video itself. But I have a lot of other videos that suddenly, got some extra views and a lot of following from that. So it's kind of a basis there that just, got flowing.
Oh yeah. It sounds like
Yeah.
you also have a good strong grip on marketing and invoking a reaction to your content, which again will develop a loyal following. So in a way, I'm surprised and excited to hear that you have, I guess, gathered over, or I guess how many people reached out to you? Over 200 people reached out for inquiries for content and traveling. It's only expanding your horizons for your golf content. My next question for you is, what's next for you? Are you going to come to Philly and play some golf? I think you should. But what's
Um,
next for you?
that's also a very good question, and I'm definitely coming to Philly to play some golf. I love that. No, I think I've been patient with this page, this concept, and I've provided. I try to provide value on everything I share. That being travel tips, or some kind of information related to the golf course or destination. So that is kind of my niche: golf and travel, and I'm gonna stay true to that. But also I do add some fun content every here and there. But we'll see. I'm not gonna lie. This opens doors for me for sure, and I'm gonna, you know, try to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But it's other than being invited a lot of places. It's no, I haven't really got my head around it, to be honest. It's been a crazy week.
Oh, I believe it. 100%. When what advice can you give, because golf content, YouTube golf, even for myself, being a smaller creator, I just started posting my golf content early May, but I've been golfing since I was 13. We were talking about this before the interview, how long you and I have been playing golf. What advice do you have for the more smaller creators in the space?
Well, I think you kind of need to figure out what's your thing or niche, and that could be so many things. Like it could be giving swing tips, it could be just you being yourself on the golf course, it could be sharing traveling tips and advice, and I would stay true to that. And because that is kind of you build a following that likes that concept or that niche. So I would just, stay true to that, be patient, share what you personally like. That's important. And 80% is good enough. Don't be perfect. Just get it out there. That's what I would say.
I love it. I love it so much. We have to get you over to Philadelphia. What golf courses have you played in the United States? You said you were playing some golf here in the US. Where have you played?
I played a few courses on the West Coast. I used to live in Sonoma, close to Napa Valley, for a few years. I have some family over there, so I've played quite a few courses around there. I think the course that people know about is Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach. Classic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fantastic golf course and expensive, but a really really important piece of golf history in the U.S. So it's a fun thing I do. I have these, which are ball markers, and I collect one from every single golf club I visit.
That.
So I
Aw.
have a couple hundred of these, and it's that's kind of when I have a wall that I put them on, and
Mhm.
so my goal, I guess, is to have a big wall of these one day. And lots of stories and connected to them.
I love that so much. Yeah. And I think what you're doing with your content in your specific niche with golf and travel, I think many people are waking up to the idea of, wow, when I go and travel, I can bring my golf clubs too. Not many people know that they can do that. As a matter of fact, because I'm also in the entertainment space, I read that Samuel L. Jackson, he's an actor. He brings his golf clubs wherever he goes on set to travel for his work. People can do that. And I know a lot of these individuals, they're going to want to know where can they travel to play golf, where, that's where your content will come into handy.
Exactly, and that's kind of my goal with that channel. Is the most rewarding thing is when people reach out and tell me, "I read your article, I visited that destination, and I did what you suggested, and I've had a blast on that trip." That's what's meaningful for me. I've helped somebody having a nice trip. So it's you're right. It's a great way to explore the world if you allow it. I mean, you can go somewhere and you can, even if you play 1 or 2 rounds in a week, there's so many things you can do
Mhm.
um, in a destination. Like I was just in Bordeaux in France at Cabot Bordeaux, which is one of Cabot's newest
Ooh,
golf destinations. And then, I mean, we played a couple of rounds, but we explored
yeah,
the Medoc region and just, drank wine, learned about wine, did some wine courses. And it's just a great way to explore culture, history, meet new
yeah.
people, learn their stories. I love it.
I have a question. That one, real quick. What's the food like on European golf courses versus American golf courses? Like, is it any better? Is it more, I don't know, culture? And like, walk me through that because I feel like the food would be
It's,
better in Europe
well,
or, or not.
it's totally different. We play, it's just a different kind of golf culture. That is super interesting because in Scandinavia, you walk, everybody walks. There's nobody drives golf carts or buggies. It's coming, it's more and more, but it's normal to walk. And what we have for lunch or eat on the course is totally different from what you guys do in the US. I personally like we do like a small hot dog maybe
Okay.
in Scandinavia, which is pretty good, but it's pretty boring hot dog compared to a US hot dog. So I would say
Nothing
personally,
compares to a US hot dog, by the way. It's just a
exactly.
loaded dog.
And same with the sandwiches and burgers. I mean, you guys are the best at that, and that's I would always choose American food on the golf
Okay.
course if I could.
You heard it here. I love it. Um, I want to ask, we got to get you to Philly. When are you going to come to Philly?
Well, hopefully next year. I'm planning a US trip, and I'm planning hopefully a road trip, driving through some states. So we'll definitely put Philly on that trip.
You have to. It's so underrated when it comes to Philly golf. There's a bajillion golf courses in this area.
What's
And
the
our
best golf course
ooh, oh gosh, okay, this could get political. I would
in your
say,
opinion?
okay, I'm gonna just say this. I the golf course that I belong to, I think Talamore is severely underrated. It's stunning. The best, I guess objectively, we'll just go there. The best golf course to play in the Philadelphia area would probably be Marion. Objectively, it's the best. You could belong to any other golf course and still give Marion, you know, the credit that it deserves. It's the best. I think it's the best. Right below that, Aronimink, and then right below that, I would say Philly Country Club. These are very great, well respected historical golf courses. And, you know, Philly altogether is a very historic city. There's a lot of history here, a lot of firsts. So you're going to see a lot of firsts, golf course ish esque, you know, culture here. It's just the culture here. So I'm very proud of the city, and I'm very proud of the golf that's played here, and more people need to know about it. And that means we just got to get your butt over here and we'll play next year. Just let us know. We'll be happy to have you. Happy to have you. And then I'll try to find a hotel that's okay with you teeing off from their balcony onto the golf course. I think that's fair. We have to recreate that, because if other people are recreating this, I would like to recreate this with you, and then maybe a pro golfer, because I don't want to get sued. So we'll work out those logistics. We have to.
That sounds like a plan.
I love it. Um, Oliver Bugten, Golf by Oliver. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your wisdom, your entertainment, and I wish you nothing but the best. So, again, thank you so much for joining us at Pin High Philadelphia.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'd love to be back one day.
Thank you.